comes up to you and says, "Hey, I want to help. What can I do?"
I
What
love
would you
that.
recommend?
Yeah, I love that. I think that a lot of times, um, so I'm going to go from the approach of, you're friends with someone who is living with memory loss and you want to connect with them. Don't call them up and say, "Oh, do you want to go here? Do you want to go there?" Right? Just call them up and say, "Hey, we're going to go to, this park on Tuesday," right? And arrange things, plan things, and then get them involved in that, right? Like, you don't have to ask them or wait for them to initiate. A lot of times people who are living with memory loss, or even just, you know, when you're dealing with any type of chronic disease or aging issues, it's hard to get motivated to make a plan for something. So don't expect them to plan. Don't expect them actually to call and reach out and things like that. Like, and don't think that you're bothering them. I'm
Yeah.
even guilty of this too. Like, I think, oh, if they need me, they'll call, or I don't want to bother them. They've got so much on their plate. Just call, just stop by, bring a coffee. I remember one of my dad's friends came over and he brought a sandwich um, from one of my dad's favorite places. And my dad was so happy,
Wow.
and he just, and also, like, you don't have to spend hours. Like, again, just understand that that person may get tired. They may, their capacity for a long visit may not be there.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about that. Just to show that you care. um you know
Like a nice quick
also,
visit. Yeah.
a nice quick visit. Yeah, yeah. Educate yourself on what they're living with. That helps
Yeah.
too, right? Because then you can understand, right, what to expect and how to engage. It's
I
hard.
think another thing I remember, well, this was a while ago, when dementia and Alzheimer's, the education wasn't as broad as it
Yes.
is now.
Yep.
And I just remember that a sense of embarrassment in our family because
Yes.
they were afraid that, my grandmother might say or do
Yeah.
something.
Or
But
do
I think
something
nowadays
weird.
there's so much education out there.
Yeah,
And
it's
like you said,
better.
if you know what the person has to educate
Yeah.
yourself, then you know what
Educate
to
yourself.
prepare for.
There's a lot of shame, associated with that. I mean, definitely we struggled with that with my dad and dementia and this feeling of, like, is it a mental illness? Is it, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
it's not. It's not. It's the disease, right? But there is this, like, if someone has liver failure, you're like, wow, that's terrible. It's
Right.
not. But when it's their brain, somehow that gets all messed up with
Different.
their
Yeah.
personality and their feelings, and
Yeah.
it becomes complicated.